Hi, my name is Kiana Ross. I am a recent graduate of Bryan and Stratton College with my associate's degree in accounting. I currently work for the IRS. I am a customer service representative and have been working there for roughly 2 years. I am a very driven applicant who is the best candidate due to my aspiration to do more within the workplace. Not only am I a person that's willing to do my job efficiently, but I'm always thriving to do more and to be of service in a more sufficient or out of my scope way for whatever best fits the company. One of the biggest professional struggles I do have is that I don't take the process of having incomplete work or not up to par work. I take pride in my work and I try to come to work with my best foot forward every day. So I do take critiques very well and I try to apply them so that there will never be another time where we have the issue again. But I do say that it does not feel good to know that even with my best foot forward, I still did not accomplish my goal or my work assignment to the capabilities or the requirements of the business. One time where I showed grace within a workplace is when a hotel resident came to check in and they fell during the winter time in the buffalo season. Our winters are very hectic and very unpredictable, and unfortunately, the previous staff in the earlier shifts were not maintaining the weather outside as far as shoveling and salting on a routine basis. So after the resident fell, I accommodated them, got them an ice pack, and comforted them. I filed an incident report so that there was some type of paper trail for the hotel. I notified the manager so that they was aware of the incident, and I made sure that outside of doing my regular hotel duties, I did shovel outside and salt to avoid any further incidents for any further residents or people staying within the hotel. As far as where I see myself within the next 5 to 10 or 20 years, honestly, within the upcoming years, I'm looking to utilize my degree to the furthest extent. I do want to work for a small business and learn new skills and actually get the experience that I have been learning within the past years obtaining my degree. But I also want to learn these skills and these different maneuvers so that I can make my own personal entrepreneurial business ventures on the side. I don't want to just stop working for somebody and just use my degree to full fledged start my own business. I still feel like there is experience and lesson that needs to be learned. So I am looking to grow within the business, make connections, network, learn different procedures and maneuvers to really master my field. And while doing so, I will pursue my entrepreneur business ventures. If I was to be promoted within a workplace, I would be sensitive to the colleagues that were passed over for the promotion, just due to the fact that I'm a realistic person and I know that that could be anybody. Um, I feel like humility is the best trait that you can have when being a leader or when accepting any type of award, promotion, or acknowledgement, just due to the fact that your peers work just as hard as you. And because you are noticed or it's your time to shine, does not negate or dismiss the fact of your coworkers or your peers. So that's how I would deal with the coworkers or colleagues, even if they are in a sense beneath me or below me, I will still treat them as equal unless it is a time of discipline where I have to show my authority. One type of person I find difficult to work with is a closed minded person. I don't see how it can be easy to teach somebody a new craft or a new method or new rules if they feel like everything they say is right, everything they do is right, and they're very closed minded to what you have to say. To me, that's the most difficult person to work with. It's not an impossible person to work with, but it is to me the most difficult just because, regardless of age, experience, or sex, everybody can still learn and everybody should still be open to the perception of another individual's. As far as handling conflict within a workplace with the clients, the patients, customer, or coworkers, I feel like the best method to use is to listen to what the person has to say, reiterate what they said in your own words, to acknowledge that you heard what their complaint was or what the issue was or what their side is. And then once you rephrase what their initial problem is, then you respond. Because I feel like when it comes to conflict, most people just want to be heard. And if you acknowledge that you are hearing what the issue is and you acknowledge that you hear them and empathize with them, regardless of what your response is, they will receive it a tad bit better than if you were dismissive and just trying to get your point across. I feel like what motivates me in a workplace is being the best. I feel like in a team setting or in a solo setting, your work reflects how you are as a worker. So it motivates me to stand out. I personally am a very competitive person. I can work in a team setting, but to drive myself and to always do better, I always try to do the best. Or even if it's better than what I've already done. If I have a goal, I try to exceed it or at least get very close to it, just because if you don't challenge yourself, who will? One of the things I like best about my current position at the IRS is it's a very prestigious job. I like the fact that I'm able to assist taxpayers with account issues and tax forms and procedures. And I like the most that I did not necessarily have to have my degree to do this job, but it's great practice toward my degree in the process of me receiving it. But in this time, with everything going on with the president and him limiting or government employees and making it more difficult for them to do their job than what I had originally got hired for, it made me realize I don't want to be in a position where the president can affect my employment, my livelihood, and in such a short notice. So with that realization, I'm looking for a better position that's a little bit more stable where I still get to exercise my degree.